Hi, I'm Sarah. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about what mobility is and why I use mobility in my classes. So, what is mobility exactly? Mobility can be defined as the amount of usable range of motion you have in a joint, or in other words, it's the amount of strength you have in your end range of motion. So when your joint's really bending as much as it can, how much strength do you actually have to use when you're in that position? Flexibility, on the other hand, so they obviously sometimes come hand in hand, flexibility and mobility, but there is a difference. So flexibility is your ability to move a joint into a particular position using the flexibility of your muscles, so how much a muscle can stretch to get that joint into a position. Mobility, on the other hand, is the strength of that stretched muscle. So I'll just use a little quick example. So my hips are quite flexible. So here I'm just sitting down, my hips are open, and I've got quite a lot of length in my inner thigh. And I'm just sitting here. I'm not really doing anything. This is my passive flexibility. My mobility, on the other hand, is my ability to move and use these muscles in this position. So it's turning this passive position into an active one by moving my joints when they're in their end range of motion. So hopefully that illustrates a little bit the difference between passive flexibility and sort of active mobility, so having strength when you're in that position. So our sort of modern life, our hobbies, maybe past injuries, our work might sort of teach our brain that our joints can only move to a certain range of motion. So we might lose a little bit of mobility in our hips, a usable range of motion in our hips, our shoulders, etc. But mobility drills can teach our joints to move through that full range of motion and can strengthen them and strengthen our muscles and also increase our flexibility. So my classes use a range of mobility drills and yoga postures to move with control, mindfully, creating strength. So we're still getting the mindful, calming elements of the yoga, but also the strengthening, lengthening elements of the mobility. So we're building habits that can benefit us both on and off the mat. So I hope you'll join me soon.